off my Wi-Fi here. I just got a phone call. Now, please, folks, be really, really careful. I just got a phone call with an automated message from an unknown number saying that there was a suspicious charge on my Amazon account for an iPhone, and that if it wasn't me to please press whatever number, I pressed whatever number, and they put me through to a fraud team. And then the fraud team, hey, I'll say hi to everybody in a minute. I'll tell you what I've been doing. So they put me through someone named George, and he said, yes, there was a purchase. There was a purchase of an iPhone. We've canceled it, and we just need for you to go open your computer, go into your Amazon account, so we can secure it. And that made sense. He verified my phone number and everything. Of course, he verified my phone number. They called me on my phone number. But he said, okay, if you got, yeah, my computer's open. Yeah, I'm on Amazon. Okay. He said, do we have your permission to help you secure your account? I said, how? I said, you mean you want access to my computer? Because you can follow instructions and let anybody into your computer. Don't ever do it. I said, you mean you want access to my computer? They want access to my computer. He said, yes, ma'am. I said, you're an effing fraud. And I hung up and I phoned Amazon and they said, no, that wasn't us. We wouldn't. The only time we would call you is if you were expecting a phone call from us. We would email you saying, we're going to call you to talk to you about this. And it's very, very rare. So in the description box below this video is a website that if you ever get any of these fraud phone calls, you log them in at this website. Okay. It's ftc.gov/complaints, and it takes you right to the fraud place. Yeah, I called Amazon. I did call Amazon. All right, let me say hi to everybody. I'm not even on live chat here, and it's busier than a one-arm paper hanger. Let me say hi to everybody. This is just a quick live, guys, because I've got a lot to do. Annie Guy, hey Natalie, Brandy Pierce, Cassie, wife of Narrowgate Homestead, Denise Hackett, Denise Kinney, Edie Murray, hey baby, Gaby Gossett, Jean Phillips, hi darling, Joe Mama, hello darling, Joyce Rich, Karen Lester, Kyla, hi Kyla, is that my Kyla? Hi Kyla. Kyla Staves is another relative of mine. It's Angie's daughter. Lisa, Leanne Bishop, MLP, Mike Evans, Potato Head, R. Smith, Rachel Seacrest, Sheila Fade, Simply Jessica, Suzanne Goulet, TLC in the Garden, Utter Chaos, and Vro. So yeah, I that kind of panicked me because I have been making quite a few Amazon purchases because I'm going to be a grandma, right? I got the baby food maker that you put it in and it steams it and purees it and mashes it and all the little tubs to freeze it in and the bottle warmer and all that stuff. So am I still on? Okay. So from Spartanburg, South Carolina. Hi, Annie Guy. How are you? I know it's really bad. Like I remember there was a time when Anne Audrey was alive that, it was like Revenue Quebec or Revenue Canada phoned her and told her she owed $5,000, and then she could pay it with her Visa and blah blah blah. I already got doinked once. When I got a phone call from border security saying I had a parcel, and it kept coming through FedEx or something. I kept getting this email, this in the mail. So I phoned them and they said, yeah, you got it. You have to pay a $50 release charge. And he gave me the thing to attach it to my bank so I could pay it. And I paid it, and there was no friggin' parcel. So you got to be really careful, people. You got to get these, because I get parcels coming and going all the bloody time, and they rely on your confusion or on your fear. Anybody who works with anything through fear just needs to be avoided. Maria's Sizzling Recipes. Hello, darling. You would be correct. It is your Kyla. Hi, darling. Kyla's on live with me. Kyla's on live with me. Oh, I didn't see you. Beverly Momo Miller. Hi from Texas. I get a lot from PayPal. Also, scammers are everywhere. Well, I always have two-step authentication on stuff. Like on, on my bank, on my PayPal, on anything like that. I have to have two-step authentication. It's a pain in the ass every time I want to, sign into PayPal. I got to go to my phone and all that stuff. But yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. Thrifty Kitchen Pantry. Hey, I get a lot from PayPal. Get that a lot from. Okay, well, go into the description box below and write this down. ftc.gov. F as in Frank Tickle cat. Frank Tickle cat .gov. Okay, garbage of Versailles. / complaints and enter them, like just contact them, because they can't do their job unless we give them the ammunition, right? I used to make baby food for my son when he was a baby. Peel the vegetables and boil and mash the vegetables up in ice cube tray. Take out half hour before. Well, yeah, but this is, you just peel it, chop it, and throw it in this thing. It steams it. You can either mash it or puree it. And then there's all these little silicone pop out food things where you can pop, freeze it all, and you can pop it out onto a plate if it's frozen and let it thaw, or warm it up, or you can drop the whole silicone thing into boiling water to heat it up and then open it and feed the baby. Or if you're on your way out and you're, say, going to visit Grandy, going to come to visit Grandy, put a couple of foods in the diaper bag and just let them thaw. My wife had this happen to her Visa a couple of times, and she just called Visa and they asked her the last 3 purchases she made. And once that was verified, they canceled and sent her a new one. Yeah. Well, I don't have a Visa. I have a Coho card. And a Coho card is a prepaid Visa because we don't do credit cards. So we don't do credit cards anymore. We just don't. They almost ruined us. So what we do is, Howie has a prepaid attached to one bank, and I have a prepaid. Our major financial institution is a credit union, and they don't do prepaid credit cards. So the bank that we have our mortgage with, Howie has a little account where he fills it and puts money on his prepaid Visa because it's just easier, and I have a prepaid Coho Visa. And I just put money on that, Hi, Jason Madu. Hi, Jason Madu. But the stupid thing about it is, because I have a credit union, if I want to load my Coho card from my credit union, it takes close to 2 weeks. I have to make a request, and it takes close to 2 weeks. So, is not replacing cards with credit card style plastic. Social Security is not replacing cards. Not replacing cards with credit card style plastic. I hope not. They're all a scam. And now more than ever, as the economy is having a hard time all over the world, whether you believe it is designed or just the natural order of things going on in the world, pandemics and weather and all that stuff, everything's, I'm just going to say, it's all controlled. Yes. But I ate last night. I had stir-fried veggies, zucchini from the garden, peppers, onions, and I cut up one side of a chicken breast and stir-fried and seared that and cooked that for Howie. And I made rice for Howie and Angie. But Angie had the rice and stir-fry. Howie had the rice stir frying chicken, and I just had the stir fry, but I took one itty bitty little piece of chicken. Is Angie ready to launch her own channel yet? She's doing a great job. We're working on that today. Here she is. I don't know if Kyla's still here. Kyla was in
Kyla
here.
asked me to pop in.
Oh, there. Look at, she's lost weight too, eh? I've lost another pound. So I've gone from 335 to 318. So I'm almost down. Another 3 pounds, I'm down 20 pounds. So I really don't care. Oh, let's turn this on. Let's do this.
Hi, Jean.
You got to come in. Okay, guys, I'm going to move the I'm going to move the camera over here. Just give me a second. You'll see my ceiling and all that fun stuff. I got to be able to read the chat too. So,
Hey, Lori. Hey, Kyla.
I said, "Is that my Kyla?" She said, "Yes,
Yeah.
It's your Kyla." All right, hang on a second. There, that's a little better. That's better. Now you can see us both. Your beets look so good. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I may have beets and actually those beans weren't enough to can, so I just may have to eat them tonight. The beans I picked today.
Yeah.
Link for baby food maker, please. Hang on a second.
Which one did you get?
I know which one I got. I'm just going to go to my Amazon account. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at my keyboard. It's not lighting up. Rotten bugger. Hang on a second, folks.
Maybe because there's light on it. Does it do it anyhow?
No, hang on a second. Oh, for God's sakes. Here it comes. It's coming back. And we do our number lock. There we go. Okay, close this. Now, my orders. Hang on, folks. Got to tilt you. There it is. Hang on a second. Copy. Okay, I got it. Here we go. Here's the link for the baby food maker. It's the most reasonably priced one. There's some that are cheaper, but they're not as good.
Yeah.
Right? So this is the best price for the highest quality. And it's called, I think it's called a baby, I don't know what it's called. I just gave you the link.
Hey, Seashell.
Seashell.
Somebody wants your link to your dehydrator as well.
Oh God, I haven't bought a dehydrator in years, but
An Excalibur is
I may have to buy an Excalibur. I think I'm going to buy because my latest Nesco that I bought, 5 years ago, it crapped out on me. And the one that I bought from Arizona in 2010 is still going strong. So everything, quality is getting dropped on everything these days.
There's another one that's like the Excalibur. Some say it's better, but I can't remember the name of it.
I just started watching. Hi, Andrea. Yes, this is why all my accounts send me notices every time a charge happens. I get texts saying similar. Yeah. Whenever I make an order, Amazon sends me an email and they send it to my phone telling me when it's going to come. Like I just bought a rebounder. I'm going to start bouncing. I just bought a rebounder because Life with the Wolfies is going to get a whole new eye full of Mrs. Wolfie. Mrs. Wolfie's getting healthier, a lot healthier. And so I ordered that and they said, well, we're not sure when it's going to be available, but you're next on the list. And they just told me it's going to come by the 12th. So yeah, Life with the Wolfies, folks, you're going to be seeing me bouncing and juicing and all fun stuff. I haven't put the juice video up yet because I haven't had time. So a fake Amazon tried a bunch of times to scam me, which failed. Mm-hmm. A Sisori? Oh, pardon me. So, yeah. Always, you know what? Anything you do online, whether it's with a credit card, a PayPal, banking, anything, always use two-step verification, especially with your bank. Okay. And never, ever, ever use a password that you've used anywhere else on the internet. Never use that for your bag. Always have, like, people make a habit of recycling passwords, and those are easy to cut break. So when you make a new password, when I make a new password, I switch everything all across the board. I change all my passwords, period. And then I gotta get, it helps with the Alzheimer's or the sometimers or whatever we call it, getting old fog.
Yeah, Canadian Tire does sell the Excalibur, the 4 tray, I think it is.
I'm gonna look on
Kyla,
Amazon.
we're fine. She's fine.
Who's fine?
Kyla asked how we were. I said we're fine. You're fine.
I had a little dizzy spell last night.
Yeah, that was a panic attack, though.
See, thought of panic attacks as different.
That's how mine are. They're anxiety.
I didn't know that was an anxiety attack. Yeah. They tried to say something was charged to my account, which I know is impossible. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah. Because I only have one credit card on my Amazon account, and that's my Coho prepaid card. And good luck. Good fucking luck. Even that's all two-step verification. Everything, pardon my language, everything's all two-step verification for me. I learned when Michigan Snow Pony had her account hacked, her YouTube channel hacked. Because there's all these companies. If you're a YouTuber, there's all these, once you start getting to a reasonable size and you're earning some money, then they start sending you offers to, let's do, like the seed and soap thing. Congratulations to the winners, by the way. But I have a conversation with somebody if they actually want to work with me. I have a conversation. Like Mike over at 4 Jars, like Rebecca at Soaps. Okay, I have a conversation. If someone says, we want to work with you and we want to pay you big dollars, $1,500, half when you download the commercial we want you to use, and the other half when it's launches, and blah 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 blah. And then they give you a link. They say, look, we're going to give you a laptop. Download this link and use and then you download the link, and there's a password. Now use this password to go into the link. No. Yeah. That is them getting access to your YouTube channel, folks. It may not look like it, but that's it. That's them wanting access to your YouTube channel, and that's how people get hacked. And there's no way of identifying yourself after that because you just gave it all away. So please, 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 if you are a new YouTuber or you're just starting to make money, or you have, please, 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 please. It's a hard thing for me to say, but trust less, question more. Okay? Hey, Celeste. Hey, yeah, it is. Once I dropped a credit card in a UPS store, and while I was searching my wallet for it, I saw a lady bend down and pick something up. I used cash and left. While I was sitting in the car calling you got too many things. Calling the company, she left the UPS store and headed straight to the grocery store next door. Well, that's what everybody's telling me about the tap on my Coho credit card. Right? Because you can tap up to.
I never use tap.
But I don't have to use tap though, right? But it's on there regardless, right? If you
can take it off though.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. Some Excaliburs can run off a solar panel, not just solar battery backups. Okay, let's go over to. Okay, how am I going to do this? We'll do it with this phone.
What are you looking for?
Well, I'm going to look for Excalibur. Never mind, I'll do it after. I'll do it after.
An Excalibur.
Dana M. Some Excaliburs can run off a solar panel, not just solar battery backups. I'm not sure what that means. You mean it comes with a solar panel? Hey, Lisa Arky, how are you, darling? Woodsy, hi, darling. Haven't seen you in a while. Is that Rose? Is that my Rose? Havoc Master, have you ever eaten fried pumpkin blossoms? I have. I have grown them and was told they taste like morels. I have found that not to be true. No, I've never eaten fried pumpkin blossoms. You can eat almost any squash blossom that I'm aware of. Some people will bread them, egg wash them, bread them, and deep fry them. I'm not doing deep fried anything right now. I'm lucky I was allowed to have a little bit of seasoned olive oil for my stir fry last night. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the tip, darling. I'd offer to pull you a card, but that's a different channel. That does sound good, doesn't it? Hey, hot child in the city. Well, I actually took the call, and as soon as it said unknown, you never answer the phone. Yes. Never, ever, ever answer your phone. Yes. Do you want to know why? Okay, this is not tip. This is tips of another kind. Because if you answer a fraudulent call, yes, they could have recorded that yes and used your voice as recognition to get into all kinds of shit. Okay? Never ever answer your phone. Yes, always answer it. Hello. Right? TLC in the garden. No, I answer what do you want? I don't. Oh, okay. No, don't come with a solar panel, just able to run straight off DC power of the panels. Well, I don't have any solar panels, but I'm actually thinking of getting one of the portable ones just for that kind of thing. And I'm thinking about getting, well, it's a little late this year, but I think I'm going to ask for a solar oven for Christmas.
Oh, nice.
Well, I asked my husband for a well and a well pump for my anniversary, and that well pump's still sitting in my Amazon cart, like the hand crank pump. And he was supposed to, never mind. He had 4 days he had Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, and he came home Sunday night. So he had 4 days at the track, and he said, "Oh, whippersnip the garden." I almost fell in the garden. "I'll whippersnip the garden when I get home from work." And of course, he got home from work yesterday. He was like, "I'm exhausted." So it's like, oh yeah, a whole weekend of having too much fun. And then you got to go back to work. Yeah, it's probably tiring. I'm teasing. I love to tease my husband. Michelle Barnhill. Not only tap. If you carry your card without RFI protection, they can scan your card and empty it.
All of my cards are protected.
What is RFI protection?
They're little cases that you put your cards into, and it stops them from being able to
Well, I'll have
scan
to
you.
get one of those.
I have an extra one.
Here? See? Will you marry
I
me?
carry them in my wallet.
even if we were the right sex for each other, we're still related, and it would make it incest. So no, that's yucky. But it was a joke. I mean, she's almost too perfect. She's almost too perfect.
Oh no. I don't tell you no.
Wait a second, Kyla. She says I'm stubborn. Yes, I'm stubborn, but she's a taskmaster. No, you can't. So like I've told this before, but I got to share it again. I told her when the kids come on Saturday, I'm making a gluten-free lasagna, and I'm going to have a little bit of piece, a little piece. And then she says, "Are you now?" Right? Okay. And about 2 hours later, after she's chewed everything in her head about what she wants to say, she said, "You can't eat that lasagna. It's going to kill you. It's going to kill you. After everything, all the cleansing you've been doing, you put that cheese and meat and pasta. No." Okay, Odin. Should have seen us. The closest we've come to words the entire time is when she told me I couldn't eat my broccoli.
Oh.
I waited. I'd been eating just watermelon and grapes once a day. And I was looking forward to a small bowl of steamed broccoli. And by the time I got my work done, it was like 10 o'clock. She said, "You can't eat that now." I said, "Why not?" She said, "You'll be in agony all night,
You
Bev."
didn't even say why not. You said throw it in the garbage then. That's what you said.
Throw it in the garbage then.
And then we talked.
Throw it in the garbage then.
Yeah.
So she goes, "But Bev," and I'm going, "I know, I understand. Just let me have my feelings right now. Just walk away. Let me have my feelings. Because I really wanted that broccoli." But I've had it since.
Yeah, but you have been working because we know you want that piece of lasagna, we have been working
Working
on
towards
you eating so that you can have that piece of lasagna.
Yeah, that piece of lasagna. I
And
almost
all
made
hell's gonna go out
I
the
thought
window
I
after.
thought I was gonna. I thought, well, what can I make for supper today that we
Yeah,
can all have?
yeah.
Oh, I'll make vegetarian
Yeah.
spaghetti. And then I went, no, then there's pasta in it. And she's going to say I can't have the pasta. So, you know, it's give and take. But every decision I make, you can also buy wallets and purses with RFID. I'm going to look into that.
Mhm.
And you don't have to use card holders. Well, see, would that mean I'd give up my purple faux alligator wallet? My faux alligator purple wallet that matches my purse? No, I'll take the case. But what is going on now is that I'm still drinking the green juice. We're still going to make more green juice, but I'm introducing food every day. That's not just watermelon, right? Because watermelon's basically water with a little bit of fiber, right? And every time I make a decision like to eat stir fry or have a bite of Howie's chicken, that's the first meat I've had in how many? What day am I on? 8.
8. Yes.
Yeah, I have. That's the first piece of meat I've had in a week, and it was just a bite, just a little wee piece of his stir fry meat, but it was so good. But the truth is, what Angie's doing is she's holding me accountable to everything I put in my mouth, and what it's going to do, and why I can't eat that way anymore, and why I need to be conscious of everything. Oh yeah, and we had corn chips and hummus. That was a real friggin' treat, man. Corn chips and roasted non-GMO organic corn chips and garlic roasted hummus, which is just chickpeas.
I mean, there's oils in it, but
watermelon day, oh good, I just put one in the fridge too. We've been eating watermelon every day. Every day. So we forgot to do my blood sugar this morning.
Yep, we will.
We'll do it tomorrow in the
Yep.
morning after
Yep.
but the thing is I would take a bowl of pop, and I did have a sore stomach last night from taking my pills on an empty stomach, because the only thing I ate before 10 was watermelon, and it doesn't coat your stomach in any way, shape, or form, right? So, but it's not bad. Oh, just a minute. Someone's at the door. You take over. Oh, I'm coming.
She's doing well. And yes, I am holding her accountable. So she's very, very stubborn.
Gracie, get down. Gracie, get down.
Yeah, I don't. She's thinking I'm whipping her with a whip or something, and I'm not. I'm just, I'm trying to make it as easy as possible for her, because she has a tendency to wander to the fridge, and I'm on her. So, but she's doing amazing. She's doing really, really well. I hope that's her rebounder that just came, because she's expecting it.
I think the diapers came.
All right.
I think the diapers came.
I was hoping it was the rebounder.
No, I wish. What is this? If it's something else, I can't show it because it's got... Oh no, Angie, look what it is.
Oh, nice.
Can't show you, folks. Can't show you because it's a project in the making, and this is a public channel, and Melanie will see it, so I can't tell you. But it's got to do with the baby. Get out of there, Grace. There's no bubble wrap in there for you. So,
Karen, when I'm done here, I gotta go home. Then I gotta, go to my other home. And then I'm gonna go out to my daughter Kyla's and stay with her for a couple months.
Where does
Because
Kyla
I haven't
live?
seen my grandkids in about 4 or 5 years.
where does Kyla live? Where do you live, Kyla?
Alberta.
Alberta
Yeah.
bound, Alberta
Yeah,
bound.
and
It's
I've
good
never
to
been to
be.
her place, and so I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna visit them for a couple months, and then I don't know what I'm doing with my life. What
Work
will
at
your
Sneak. Hey,
YouTube
work at.
channel name be? I'm.
We're
It,
working on it. We're working on it. Once her YouTube channel is up and running, I'm going to put all the videos that she's done on my channel onto hers because she won't get monetization until she's at 1,000 subscribers,
Yeah.
and then she has to apply for it.
And my computer, my laptop is not functioning well here at Bev's,
No.
so more than likely it won't be until I get back to where I'm going on Sunday or Monday. That'll be when it will really be
I'm
up
on
and
my way
running.
down south in Arizona. I'm not sure what that means.
Nice. I'm way down
Hi,
south
fun
in
ride.
Arizona.
Oh, I'm way down
Yeah.
south. I
Yeah.
thought she said I'm on my
Oh.
way down south. We used to have a mobile home in a park in Peoria, Arizona, outside of Jesus, brain fog, Phoenix. Howie said, "Oh, we always had we had a mobile home in Phoenix." No, we didn't. It was Peoria, Howie. You know, Phoenix was 20 minutes away, right?
Denise, I what I want to do, if I'm in a debate right now on whether or not I'm going to sell my home. If I sell it, I have two options, and one of the options is to buy my unorganized property and go off grid and just live away from here. The other option is
Take care, Vicky,
going
whoever's
to Costa
leaving.
Rica. But I can't take my dogs on a flight to Costa Rica, so
Thank you, Poetry Queen. I was just reading. I retired so I can catch more of the live during the day. Well, tomorrow's live on Life with the Wolfies will be later in the day, probably closer to 7 o'clock. So
Rebecca, Bev doesn't really have a diet. She's just watching what she's eating.
I started off with a cleanse, right? Of dark berry juice and lemon, and an herbal tea for organ support function, and I was allowed to eat watermelon.
And you had green juice.
And green juice. This
Yeah.
is my green juice, and I'm still drinking this. As a matter of fact, I've ordered 20 bottles, 16-ounce bottles from Amazon that should be here Friday, and I'm going shopping, and I'm going to freeze a bunch of them.
Yeah. She did that for about 5 days, and then she started to incorporate a little bit more vegetables, steamed vegetables.
Yeah.
And then yesterday was the first day where you had some corn chips with a little bit of oil
And
in it,
some
stir fried
veg.
So,
yeah.
And she's still losing weight. She's still
Thank
doing
you,
great.
Poetry Queen.
You know, it's just portion control, really.
Yeah. Yeah. But I lost another pound, so. And to me, it's not really about the weight. It is how the weight is exciting. Losing the weight is exciting.
Well, that's a big deal.
Because I've had a really hard time losing weight. And one of the reasons was because I was eating at night. I wouldn't eat all day. And which was great for this cleanse because I'm used to not eating all day.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But then I would eat supper and then I would take a snack to bed and I would eat at night popcorn or apples, sometimes pasta. And because the meds I'm on, my stomach needs to have something in it when I take certain meds. But breaking the habit of taking food to bed at night was huge. Huge. I'll never take that back. I'll never take that back. It's like it's like quitting smoking, right? The moment you pick up that cigarette, you've undone every emotional, mental, and spiritual work that you've done to get to that point. You just kicked it in the nuts, right? So why risk having to go through withdrawal? Why risk having to go through withdrawal of not having? So every night I don't stay up munching popcorn because the popcorn never got totally ate. So if I got up at 2 a.m. to go to the bathroom, I'd eat a handful of popcorn. So I was eating all night, and it was just not stuffing my face all night. But if you can't, nighttime is the time that your food needs to work for you. Your body wants to begin reconstructing and healing itself from anything from the day. And if you're putting food in your body at night before you sleep, you're dividing your energy between healing and trying to digest the crap you're not supposed to eat when you go to bed. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you heal when you sleep.
Hey, Marie Dunn. Hi, this is Scott. Kyla is the best person.
Scott is Kyla's boss, so she's at work, obviously, and that's her. That's
hi. I'm Auntie Bev, Scott, and this is Kyla's mom. They call me Aunt Bev, but really we're just cousins. But I mean, it's a respect thing you guys have always given me. Now she doesn't call me Aunt Bev anymore because we're like the same age practically. Eating at night was always my treat myself after everyone went to bed. I've been trying to break that habit now. Can't lose weight from eating at night. You can't. You can't. You can, but I mean, the only time I lost weight by eating at night is if I took apples.
It's all in your head, all of it.
Yeah.
It's just we're creatures of habit, right? And it's hard to break.
Yeah.
But you can do it.
So if anybody was on my dance party channel where I would dance and just be mobile through music, and then I would share it with like 3 people to help me with my journey. That's actually, those aren't going public, but what's going public on Life with the Wolfies is me bouncing. Going to bounce to music, and we're going to talk. And you guys, the guys on Life with the Wolfies, are going to hold me accountable. So for like Angie's been doing, because we've been sharing this all on Life with the Wolfies about what I'm doing, and I can't, there's no hiding it, right?
You've done 8 days. Do not go back. You know what I mean? Always move forward.
Always move forward. Always move forward. Like we're gonna go out today and probably get some more vegetables because I this is my last green juice.
I'm going out today.
Yes, I need more. I can't. Okay. I have not had a cup of tea with milk, a cup of caffeinated Tetley or Harvest Gold. I haven't had any dairy.
Lizette, your anxiety, you're eating at nighttime for anxiety. Your anxiety, part of that is going to be caused from eating at night. So if you can try to pull yourself away from that, you will find it's like smoking.
Okay, wait a second. Let me address the anxiety eating at night. If you eat at night because you're anxious, your body is going to reciprocate the anxiousness. Yeah. Why? Because now your body, you're trying, when you go to bed, you rest to rest and recuperate and heal. Okay? If you're eating because you're anxious, you're not feeding your body, you're feeding your anxiousness and you're fueling it. And you're not going to be able to get yourself out of the anxiousness. You may get a temporary food coma feeling, but after that, because your body's digesting and it's working while you're trying to sleep, it's only going to feed your anxiety because you can't rest properly.
Helen, I agree. Do not eat the lasagna. Then she says use zucchini to make the lasagna instead of noodles. I agree. Totally. But you can't tell her. She wants that little piece of lasagna.
No. I can make a zucchini lasagna. And I could make it vegetarian.
But I thought you were making a gluten-free one because of
Arthur. Well, if Arthur did, you know how many times I've had to make gluten-free for Arthur?
Well, zucchini's gluten-free.
I'm just saying, do you know how many times I've had to make gluten-free stuff? Not times, but how many times I've tried to make gluten-free things?
Well, try one.
Why? No. Well, why would I use noodles at all if I've got a zucchini in the garden that I can use as noodles instead, right? And doesn't necessarily have to have meat either. So I can go vegetable and cheese, and that way I'm only adding one ingredient.
Prada, hey, I have a rebounder. Let's do this together. See, there you go. Get a little community.
I'm going to give you my Life with the Wolfies. Give me a second channel, just in case you don't know that I have a Life with the Wolfies channel.
I have 2 rebounders, and I do the majority of my big cleanses. Kyla can tell you, I do on holidays. Thanksgiving, Christmas, so that I don't eat.
That's probably when I'm gonna
because you gain 5 pounds at a meal. It takes you 6 months to lose it. So,
and guess what? Yeah, when they say a moment on the lips, a lifetime on the hips, they ain't fooling. They ain't screwing around. So there's my Life with the Wolfies channel, and my rebounder is going to come before the end of the month. And all summer long and into the fall, it's going to be on my deck so that I can bounce. And then when I'm done, I can go right into the pool. Right. I don't know where it's going to be in the winter time, but it's can't replace my quilt thing. And I'll just probably move the dining room table because we never eat at it anyway.
Jane, oats are naturally gluten-free. Depending on the factory, the manufacturing plant they're, made in, some of them will put, gluten-free on it.
I got a really heavy duty rebounder. Gotta find it. It goes up to 400 pounds. Hang on.
Was it 400 or 440?
Actually, it said 500.
Yeah.
But it goes up to 380 to 440 safely. 500 is the absolute max. Let me just hang on. I'll get you there it is.
Yeah, we could all get on our rebounders.
I almost bought now. Honestly, guys, if you're not really, really heavy, you don't have to get the really expensive rebounder. Okay. There's reasons I got this rebounder.
Now, if you're rebounding, if you want to do cardio, then you would jump. Take your feet right off.
Yeah, you would jump if you wanted to do cardio, but if you want to, I'm going to be working my lymphatic system and so I'm just going to bounce.
If you want to do your lymphatic system, if you want to get that pumping, then don't take your toes off the rebounder. Just
bounce.
Hover on.
And then if you want to get into cardio after that, you can do the bouncing and stuff. Mm-hmm. But that's the one I ordered. Now, I'm 318 pounds.
Yeah, you've gone down a lot.
Well, 318.8, so I'm almost 319.
But you started at
335.
Yeah.
I started at 335. I was 335 2 days before the cleanse started.
Now, the first 5 days, I would say, was water that you've lost. But you can make your own pastilles, yeah.
Becky T, what are we talking about?
Yeah,
hey Aces.
Bev's has a handlebar too. T Prada has a handlebar.
Mine has a handlebar because I have balance issues, right? But it has a handlebar and it's big, right? But I'm going to be doing all of this on Life with the Wolfies, starting with the green juice. I'm going to put the video up sometime today or tomorrow. I've been saying that for a week, but I've just been busy, been real busy. What can I eat to gain weight?
Carbs,
pasta. Do yourself a favor. Start licking your finger when you're cooking. Start biting things as you're cooking. Now listen to
Don't
this.
create bad habits.
If she wants to gain weight, this is the way to do it. If you have to gain weight because you are ill, don't just stick to 3 meals a day. One thing I learned in the program of recovery is that 3 meals a day, you stick to 3 meals a day. If you want to lose weight, if it don't fit on your plate, you don't eat it. Use a smaller plate, 3 meals a day. If you have to gain weight and you need to gain it rapidly, just start treating yourself, but make sure it's healthy treats. Like fruit and vegetables and chicken in a sauce, eat, heavily laden food, eat spaghetti, eat macaroni and cheese and stuff. Just make sure you're adding you don't want just empty calories, right? You don't want calories that don't give you any nutrition. So eat high laden stuff, but make sure it's healthy as well.
You can get a rebounder at Walmart, Canadian Tire. I don't know if they don't have a Canadian Tire. Walmart.
Well, some of them do.
If you're in the States, Canadian
Walmart,
Tire.
Canadian Tire. I just got mine off of Amazon.
Yeah, you can get them on Amazon.
Look at your website. Look at your local marketplace websites too. Yeah. Because there's a lot of people selling them for like $40, right? Like this one was $159.
And we were going to get her the same one for $45.
But I didn't want to trust something somebody else had just in case it had been worn or was wearing or. Hey, Seashell! I went and checked it out, and I can see me doing an ooh. What are we talking about? So yeah, they're called rebounders. I called them bouncy things, mini trampolines, right?
lounger and a step machine.
I have an ab lounger and a step machine.
Yeah, I have both of those. I think I actually gave the ab lounger away.
My knees would not take a stepper. This is why I need to get my weight down. Yeah, I've been saying that forever, but it's been a struggle. But now I've had help.
Rainbow, go to Walmart or just go.
Hey,
on
Jerry Carey.
or go on to Amazon. If you go on Amazon, they're a little more expensive actually. Walmart has them fairly cheap. Amazon, I found the cheapest one was like $60 some. I paid $50 for mine.
Go to Walmart. I'm not advocating anybody shop at Walmart unless they have cashiers. But you can order it off of Walmart online as well, and they do take PayPal.
Yeah.
So
Dylan,
hey, Two Ponds Home Place.
Healthy fats. I'm not into oils though myself. If I can stay away from oils, I will, and that's all oils for me except coconut oil. Dylan suggests a great way to gain weight is to add healthy fats. Olive oil.
Elliptical is the only way to go for me. My knees would not let me do an elliptical.
You can do a gazelle, a glider. You can do a glider easy.
And my back immediately, my lower back immediately started to hurt when you said that.
You will not have any pressure on your knees or your low back on a glider.
Okay. Where do we get program to lose weight? Thank you. This is not a program to lose weight, but I'm gonna.
Teresa, get a glider, like a gazelle glider. They're amazing, and they will take there's no pressure on the knees whatsoever.
This is my channel, Life with the Wolfies. And this is where I'm going to be doing my green juice and all that stuff. Now, what I've got to say one thing. This is not a diet. This is just a lifestyle change. I have been spending my entire adult life making one change at a time. First was gastric bypass. Would I do it again? Probably. But if I knew then what I know now, I'd have done it a whole lot differently. Right? Even with all of the emotional support I had from 12-step program, it was still difficult. Right? You can't change. You can't change here or here, which you don't change here first and here first. And I'll tell you something, finding out that I'm going to be a grandmother was one of the biggest motivators ever. I want to have fun with my grandchild. I want to not just sing and read them books. I want to take them out in the garden. I want to take them and show them how to do canning, bake with them, do all the wonderful things that grandies are supposed to do with their grandchildren. Secretary job with 5 days off a month. I was weighing 235. I'm down to 205. I've been working in the garden, tending the animals, and babysitting. Bravo. So one change. Yes, Ribby. I'm getting a grandchild. I will find out the sex. I'm getting all goose flesh here. I'll find out the sex on Friday. Mm-hmm. It's a girl. It's a girl. We already know it's a girl. I will shit a ring around myself if it's a boy, and I will never predict the sex of a baby again. But they're getting their ultrasound on Friday, and they're coming up on Saturday to share.
Cheryl, do the Concord grape and lemon juice for as long as you want. I do 30 to 40 days.
But she also takes an herbal tea. I'm going to show the herbal tea, her making the herbal tea.
Yeah. And if you don't want to do Concord like grape juice,
any dark berry.
The darker grapes, the better, with the seeds. The seeds hold a lot.
Like if you could get, like, remember that time I got that 5-gallon pail from Serenity Wolf? Brought me that 5-pound pail of Concord grapes. They sat in my freezer, and I ended up making juice out of them. But I wish now I hadn't put sugar in it. But I mean, you could just mash them and juice them. Hi, Mocha. Thank you.
If you drank that blueberry juice that you bought yesterday, that would have cleaned you right out.
Oh, I know. You are so right, Bev. My mother-in-law was dying with liver disease from drinking. We told her we were having a baby, and a complete change. Doctor said she would not live overnight. Well, I've got a few more in me. But the truth is, we started by a healthier lifestyle, and it's going to be difficult to have this healthier lifestyle the way prices are going. but I got a garden and I got a pantry full. Yes, they're cooked, but I got a pantry full of vegetables that I can eat rather than potatoes or rice or pasta if I need to, right?
Yes, it's live, Susan.
Hey, Bronwyn P, how are you? Dr. Ken Berry here on YouTube. Made me wake up to 56. Dr. Ken Berry here on YouTube. 56 years to figure out my pain was from all carbs. I've lost 85 pounds eating mostly meat, and all my pain is gone. Yeah, but
everybody's different.
Everybody's different.
Everybody's going to react differently.
Everybody's going to react differently, but for me, protein and fat is not the way to go. Protein and fat is not the way to go. For me, I'm moving more towards a whole food plant-based diet. And it doesn't have to be raw, right? But I am going to continue to have meat. I am going to continue to have bread. I am going to continue to have noodles. I'm just not reintroducing them until back into my diet on any size or scale until I know that it's not going to become a habit of eating pasta 3 times a week or eating pasta twice a week or eating rice twice a week. Like last night, I made a stir fried, I pan seared and cooked a chicken breast for Howie. And I made some rice, and Angie and him had the rice and the stir fry, and they pretty much tell me to shut up over there because I'm just eating this. Oh my God, this pan seared zucchini is so good. Nom, nom, nom. And it was so good. It was so good. But the thing is food is like any other drug, right? You get that moment when you eat an ice cream or when you eat pasta and you get the body coma, or but the thing is, it's kind of like chasing the dragon for a heroin addict. You always go back to those foods trying to get the same feeling you got the first time. Doesn't work. You're always going to be chasing that feeling.
Jessica, your pituitary, fix your pituitary, cleanse.
Hi, Charlotte. Did you check the
clean up your adrenals?
Charlotte, did you was it you who won the soap and seed thing this morning? My partner has lost 30 pounds in 5 months after his doctor told him he needed to cut out carbs, and I lost 15 without eat. The thing is cutting out carbs completely, if you can do it, great. But not everybody can do it.
Well, there's
yeah, absolutely, Bronwyn P. It's a drug for sure.
Sugar is the biggest drug.
Absolutely it is. Mm-hmm. We're not talking natural sugar.
No.
We're talking processed sugar. Thank you. Like corn syrup, like granulated, that's the worst. Granulated sugar and artificial sweeteners are not good for you either.
Moringa leaf powder, yeah.
I've had moringa.
Yep.
I have moringa.
Yep. I think I have moringa in my.
Take care, Malcolm.
In my herbal tinctures.
Awesome. What do you think about? Yeah, I have moringa leaf powder. I have moringa leaf capsules.
No, your body does not treat fruit the same as a candy bar.
No, it doesn't.
Very different. Fructose, your natural sugars from fruit, does not require any insulin when you to break it down. In its simple form, it doesn't require. It's already broken. Simple. Your fruit sugars is already broken down to its simplest form. It can't be broken down anymore, and it does not require insulin. Candy bar. Look at everything else that you got going on in that. It's gonna react very different. Processes differently in the body, or utilizes it differently, I should say. A lot of people think that sugar.
If you were to open up a can of concentrated orange juice, or you buy a jug of orange juice at the grocery store, that is processed. Yes, it's juice, but it has been pressed and pasteurized, and that sugar is totally different from the sugar you would get from eating an orange.
You got your monosaccharides, right? Which is your fructose, your glucose, your galactose. They're all in their pure form. They're broken down to their simplest forms. They can't be broken down anymore. Then you got your polysaccharides, right? Which are your glucose, fructose, everything all mixed together. and it's kind of like a complex
Almost
sugar,
like a complex
and
sugar.
it requires
Insulin.
Yes, and it requires more energy to break that down in the body,
So
because it's not in its simplest form. It has to be broken down.
So don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by getting a glass of orange juice and thinking there's no sugar in it.
No, you wouldn't want to do that
Unless it's fresh squeezed by you.
Even freshly squeezed, I would.
You're not getting the fiber. You're not getting the fiber.
A lot of foods should be eaten whole, unless you're wanting to heal something and you're doing the juicing to heal something. But if you just want to be healthy, and stuff, then eat it in its whole form.
Because you think about this, if you juice an orange, you're taking out the skin, not the skin on the outside, but the skin that encapsulates each slice of fruit. And that skin's there for a reason, folks. Right? Your body needs that for a reason, unless you have. All prepared foods have added salt, sugar, and extras. Thanks, Bev. I know I'm not diabetic, but I'm worried my clothing are too big, and I've never had this issue. I drink 100% orange when I need a boost, because you're boosting your sugars. Like when my mother-in-law was here, she could eat oranges till the cows came home if she wanted. They were always there for her. Mm-hmm. But what did we keep on her bedside table if she dropped her sugar dropped in the night? Minute Maid orange juice. Big difference, right? When her blood sugar dropped in the middle of the night and her alarm went off, I had a Minute Maid juice box right there. And that's what, sometimes it would take two, but juice is better than giving them like a carbohydrate or Now listen, guys, I'm going to have to get off here. Because
tomatoes is a fruit, and it's very high in
acid.
In acids.
Unlike lemons, which are high in acid, but as soon as you take them into your body, it becomes alkaline.
Yeah, but it's one of those. Tomatoes is a nightshade, and it's one of those.
Hey, Mama Dukes.
A nightshade is a plant that used to be toxic and poison to us.
Right. Until
they modified it, and now we can eat it.
Now, I've got to say something before we go.
And your sugar, just let me say this for a second. Okay. Your sugars, like if you started to do like Bev, in the first few days of doing this, your sugar, your spikes, you're gonna have spikes in your insulin. And
my
level.
Sugar spiked all
you're
over the place.
You're gonna go really high for a few days when you start cleansing, because you're screwing around in there, right? So you're gonna go really high.
Because your body has to readjust to the new way that you're processing nutrition.
And then you'll level out. And she did. Her latest one was 6.8 was your sugar level. It's,
Hang on a second. Gigi Deb, what do you mean you're canning stuffed peppers? Can you elaborate on that, please? I'd really like to hear about that. Now, before we go, and before I get please hope, Gigi Deb, please tell me what you're doing. Because when I hear canning stuffed peppers, I hear rice. And thank you, Ribby. Thank you. I'm actually going to go spend that in fruits and vegetables today to make more green juice, because I'm friggin' addicted. This has replaced my tea. This is the first thing I drink when I wake up. Like I went out to pick beans and thank you. I don't come on our half-acre homestead, but because of the fraud scam that tried to happen this morning, I wanted to come on the one with the biggest audience to warn people. All right. So if you just coming in now, please watch the beginning of this video, because I almost got scammed. But with the moment that I realized they wanted to take control of my computer, was when I told them where to go, and then I phoned Amazon just to make sure. Use riced cauliflower and stuffed peppers. You can't tell the difference. Well, the thing is I want to, you don't can rice, eh? And the closest thing I come to canning stuffed peppers is when I get nice big peppers, I will hollow them out and then I will freeze them upright on a cookie sheet, and then I will use them for later. And then you can use canned ground beef and rice or riced cauliflower. Wonder if didn't we see a bag of that at Costco? Riced cauliflower? Where did we see that? Because I thought I went, ew. And then I thought about it. Now I'm going, yeah, that'd work. Riced cauliflower.
I can't remember what store it was.
Okay. So Dollar Tree has it. Well, our Dollar Tree doesn't
can
have a
even-
food
You
section.
love popcorn. You can even make cauliflower popcorn.
How do you make cauliflower
Well,
popcorn?
you just break them up and you spice them, and then you
Roast them?
Well, you dehydrate them.
I'm suitably impressed.
I'm gonna.
I have so much I got to learn, and she's leaving me on
Oh, you'll
Sunday.
be fine.
But listen, guys, we're not medical experts.
No, no.
Angie's really educated, but she does. Neither one of us have the right to tell you what's right, what's wrong, what's healthy, what's not, what heals, what doesn't. We have no right to say any of those things.
I am not that educated.
We're just sharing our experience, our strength, and our hope. So please understand this is a disclaimer. We're not medical professionals. We can't tell you what is good for you and what is bad for you. We can only tell you what is good and bad for us. Okay? Is there a video for the tea? Yes, it's all coming.
For the tea? You did a video on the tea?
Yeah, I did. You boiled it and strained it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
So has rice cauliflower. Damn, I thought I was going to get away with not going to, but I could probably make my own rice cauliflower. Probably. Anyway, guys, this is the Mrs. Wolfie and Angie.
Grab tiki torch and declares what?
Angie cannot leave us. Grab sticky. Yes, you're voted on the island. You have to stay on the island, but no,
processed sugar is the biggest drug. Yeah.
Yes, processed sugar is the biggest drug. And yes, I got 40 pounds of it. But that's a year's worth of sugar for us. And I'm making jams and stuff, which I don't normally eat. So
there you go, great cauliflower on a grater.
Great cauliflower on a grater. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Do you do it raw like that?
Yeah.
Instead of cooking it and ricing it, you can grate it.
If you're dehydrating it, I wouldn't cook it because you're just sucking the water out of it anyhow. I don't know.
But some things have to be blanched before they're dehydrated, or they won't rehydrate properly. I'm gonna look into
it. I do everything raw, and then I eat it in its raw form. The majority. I mean, I eat cooked food too and stuff, but if I was to go on my fully raw, my cauliflower would be dehydrated raw.
Grate it, blanch it, and dehydrate it. And that way, if I grate it, blanch it, if I blanch it and then let the water kind of, squeeze water out of it. And if I grate it, and then if I blanch the cauliflower and then I grate it, and then I dehydrate it, it would be like rice, wouldn't it? I could just put that in my stuffed peppers. I'm so smart. You're so smart. It's not me. I'm just smart for listening to you. This is the Mrs. Wolfie and Angie from our half acre homestead saying thank you for being here on our very rare Our Half Acre Homestead Live. And if you're coming in late, go back and watch the beginning so that you can see what we were talking about the Amazon fraud call I got this morning. All right? Mwah! Take care. God bless. We got to go shop for veg.
You know what? I never thought I could make you some protein bars.